1, 2. Oh, 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 my God. Never, ever, ever disassemble your live stream set and set it up an hour before the show. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just booting up the chat thing here, so if you're telling me that you can see me and hear me, I can't see that you can see me and hear me until a very slow and old laptop catches up with what we're doing here. So, God, madness. See, I'm so busy. Good evening from Swansea. Evening, Robert. I'm so busy doing stuff. You see in here, okay. Yes, you see, I'm so busy doing stuff here that I'm going to have to go straight to interval, ladies and gentlemen. Please, please, please bear with me just for a moment, if you would be so kind. See, it only takes one loose connection. What's first? Let's start playing. Okay, folks. Let's send it. Helena Rigby. Good evening, Stephen Coleman. Bruno. Yes, I can. I have. Yes, I can. The mixing desk, Bruno. Yes, I can. Thank you very much, Justo. Good evening, Lee. David Cowan. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, it was a bit of a hectic start there, ladies and gentlemen, because I dismantled the stream last week because I was working in the studio. Billy Moore, thank you very much. Billy, are you a newcomer? I hope you are. You're welcome. Be sure to like and subscribe. Yes, so I dismantled everything because I'm working on some videos. You see, coming this October. Fret King. Good evening, Peter Loudon. So stay tuned for news on the Fret King guitars. Coming in October. I'll leave for Germany early on Wednesday morning, you see. And so I have to get all this work finished. I have to get it all finished and out and with the powers that be. And so I dismantled the stream setup. Let's bring him in a bit. I dismantled the stream setup and madly started to assemble it just straight after dinner. So anyway, welcome. I think we're away. Beatnik. Trevor, good evening. Nice to see you, Trevor. I missed you in New York, but not to worry, I'm coming back. Yeah, looking forward to the next New York trip. Lee, I couldn't look forward to it more, my friend. I couldn't look forward to it more. It's my favourite. Well, I don't want to upset my friends in Germany or Scotland or England. As far as America goes, New York's king. Sorry if that offends people in Los Angeles or San Francisco. It's not meant to. Now, how does this one go? That's it. Okay. Beatnik. David Rose on drums, David Coward on piano, organ, me on bass and lead guitar. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Anita Kiefel. Good evening, Paul Smith. Good evening, sir. Stuart Jameson, Anita Kiefel, Nick Branson, Houston Leon Gillan. Thank you very much. Yes, folks. Just getting me eye in, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Kenny, did you say something about Scotland before there, Kenny? 12th of November on Bute. 12th of November on the Isle of Bute. And we're looking to put something around it as well. Now, what's number 3? Black Magic Woman. Right, now that I'm focused, now that I'm in, now that I'm settled, let's see now, what am I thinking? I wish I had a bottle of water. Penciled in, Kenny, we're looking for something else around the way. Hopefully something will come in soon. Going to Germany Wednesday morning. Well, actually going to Manchester Wednesday morning to fly to Germany via Eindhoven in the Netherlands. It never stops, ladies and gentlemen, it never stops, but I'm not complaining. I'm just going to keep dropping in this little reminder because I'm trying to get your juices flowing, folks. Coming this October, Fred King. Well, now, what could that be? What could that be, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? And track 3 was Black Magic Woman by Carlos Green, Peter Santana. Here we go. Stupid timing, stupid intro. strange one that. The backing track fades out but the lead guitar doesn't. Fred King, Jeff Whitehorn. Fred King, Paul Rose. Nick Branson. Yes, but Fred King, Jeff Whitehorn. Andrea Naba. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're digging the vibes. Somebody asked me before about a cable. Well, I think cables make a big difference in certain circumstances, but I don't think they make a... Yeah, I love Bruno. Yeah, you were asking about cables. Maybe. The thing is one thing you got to take into account is what I think first and foremost is what's the power coming out of the wall, right? So if you're in America, if it's 120, or if you're in the United Kingdom, it's 220. Okay, is it bang on 220? Is your transformer and is your valves, or are your valves and your transformers getting the full amount of voltage that they need to perform correctly? Because if they're not, having a £200 cable is a waste of time. And I think that a lot of venues don't have optimum power voltage coming out of the wall. And you can take 2 live recordings. Now this is totally me just like speculating, right? But I think the venues that Jimmy Plays Barclay was recorded in, possibly the Barclay Community Theatre, possibly the Fillmore East, and possibly the venues that Deep Purple made in Japan were recorded in, had optimum voltage coming out of the wall for the equipment, because they just sound superb, you know. So if you're gonna, I mean, we did a gig in one place, I'm not going to name names, but we had one power cable coming out of the kitchen to run the whole gear off. It was an absolute disgrace, really. But you had one power cable plugged into a wall above a fridge, and you're running your PA and your bass amps and your guitar amps and your vocal PA off that one thing. So if you've got you're going to go into a venue with a £220 guitar cable and basically plug into the same wall socket that the fridge is plugged into. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you go into Abbey Road, on the other hand, if you went into Abbey Road, Northwest 6 in London, chances are they've got optimum power coming out of the walls, and they'll have made sure they do. They'll have invested. Then your £220 guitar cable is worth its salt. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you, Bruno. Number four. Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. Now, at the risk of being cancelled, in the music business, if you haven't got a tune, you've got nothing. I don't care how fast you can play. If you haven't got a tune, you've got nothing at all. It is music after all. I've got the wrong backing track. Hang on a second. Don't go away. You hear that whirring there? It's worrying. It's a worrying whirring. But I will be replacing my computer as soon as possible. Skip that. That says goodbye Pork Pie Hat backing. Okay. Great. Skipping that one. Wait there, I'm going to play a film and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to fix this. Okay, change of program. You like that tune? Well, this is what happens when you get distracted, you see. Maybe you'll like this one just as much. This is professional, isn't it? This is professionalism, ladies and gentlemen. This is the height of professionalism. I'll keep trying, hang on a second. That's the one. Okay. Sorry, folks. Sorry there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, folks. This is called Goodbye Pork Pie Hat by Charlie Mingus and Jeffrey Beggery. Well, we got there in the end, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's an amazing melody. You know, and it's really just a 5-note pentatonic scale that he's using when he's written that, but it's the chords behind it. And don't let anybody for 1 second tell you that these chord progressions are simple, because they're anything but. Speaking of chord progressions, this is a fascinating one. Let's talk about this one. My favourite things for all of the musicians out there, for any of the musicians who want to learn, for anybody out there who I am able to teach. Let's talk about this for a second. If we play the E minor scale, oops, the first note and the fifth note and the second note, in the major it's the same. So those 3 notes are in the minor and the major. So the genii who wrote this song, or the genius who wrote this song, played it in minor like this. And then he does it in major, because the notes are exactly the same in both modes. And then A major 7, isn't it? Is it A major 7? Yeah. And then the minor. Oh, such a myriad. What is it? A labyrinth, a labyrinth and a myriad of fascination. It's lasted me a lifetime so far. Let's hope it's not over yet. Goodbye, poor boy. Guitar Ghost. It's alright. Guitar Ghost is scrapped. We're going to do my favourite things 5. timing wrong at the end. There you go. Yeah, thank you very much, Sharon Rose, wherever you may be. I wonder if you're a Rose of the Rose clan. Luxury tune. It's a luxury tune, alright. Joey O'Hara. Thank you very much, Joey O'Hara. I appreciate that. Goodbye Pork Pie has an ultimate classic, and Coltrane wasn't invested in my favourite things for nothing. Yeah, right, of course. Thank you very much. The screen is black, the sound is perfect. Well, I think possibly you may be having some problems. Right, I've scrapped the tune there to get that one in there. Something stupid. Get Carter. Something stupid. Should we do something stupid? Okay. Sonata. Let's have a trip down to Hoboken. On the risk of buggering this one up because I haven't played it for a while. The thing is with these masterpiece tunes is that, you know, they're not all in one scale or not in one mode. So if the chord changes, then there's a semitone change in the scale, and if you're not on top of it, you can make yourself look like a right chump. One, two. Forgetting the introduction's a great way to make yourself look like a right chump. Say that again. Pay attention. One, two. Now, you know when you're going places in this business, ladies and gentlemen, when somebody shares Chat69XYZ, best adult dating site. I'll check that out later on. But you know, it's all about social media, and I'm being advised on from several corners. It's all about getting your social media up. Paul, I'm in Menzing, Austria. Greetings, FR. Gilapogo. I think that's a nice message. Yes. So my advice to you is to Andrea Napa, you like humour so much. Well, that's good. And that's why we have to avoid the news like the plague, you see, because they take one negative thing and they blow it up into a 24-hour-a-day news story. Joe O'Hara, it's my pleasure. I just want to make sure that you've all liked and subscribed. It's a pleasure to play here. It did sound stupid to you. Thank you very much, John Peter Britton. I do have a Patreon page, ladies and gentlemen. I have a Patreon page. If you want to help keep the show on the road, think of it as like an online busking session. If you saw me doing this on the street, would you reach your hand into your pocket and click on a PayPal link or a Patreon link and drop £1 in the bucket? You don't have to. It's your choice. I'm here through my choice. But softwares need updating, hardware needs maintaining, etc., etc. If you want to ask questions about anything musical, equipment, lessons, sessions, paul@paulrose.co.uk is where you email me. You can email me directly. I'll always answer, unless you're an idiot and you say silly, idiotic things, then I won't answer you. It's a pretty straightforward rule. I play by the rules, you play by the rules, everybody's happy. And so I think, is it Get Carter? Yes, the great movie. Well, Joe Fitzgerald, if you're watching, I was very impressed, Joe Fitzgerald of New York, that you sought out the original Get Carter movie with Michael Caine, and you are not confused by the Sylvester Stallone travesty remake. Bruno. Yeah. Anybody who's seen anybody who grew up in the United Kingdom will understand that Get Carter, the backstory to Get Carter is that London is the seat of financial and political power, and the north of England is the seat of poverty and industry and labour and manual labour. So when Michael Caine as Jack Carter comes to Newcastle and he's got an expensive suit and cufflinks and he's got money to spend, he's a true outsider. And I think that the Sylvester Stallone version could not possibly have incorporated that into the story. I'm sure America has its equivalents. Of course, America has its equivalents. But the British equivalent it's the essence of the story, and you can't really change it, you know. Take me back to London. Yeah, this is this opening line of my version of Get Carter, Take Me Back to London, is when the gangsters have come up from London and they pull up outside in the red Jaguar because he's uncovering some dirty business with the gangsters from London that they're running in the northeast, and they burst in the door, and Michael Caine, Jack Carter's there with a shotgun, and he's ready for them, and he says this.
Now, take me back to London. to London.
I want you to drink all of that. Do you understand? Just like it was when my brother drank. Go on, son. Drink up. Drink it! You ever go to the house when he was doing it, huh? You can pass the bottle around when the car went over the top. Hey! Goodbye!
Okay. Hello there. British Columbia, Canada. Rolando Santos. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Justo. Tom Hagen. Yes, I think there's a couple of people said they were up there. I bet when he fell down in that water. Let's talk about the end of Get Carter. Let's talk about the end of Get Carter. There's a couple of things for those of you who want to know. Always a pressure. Nick, my friend Ted McKenna, at the end of every session and at the end of every gig when I went back to Newcastle or whatever, he would put his hand out, shake my hand, and he'd say, always a pressure working with you, Paul. The guy who assassinates Jack Carter, Michael Caine, at the end of Get Carter, is sitting in front of him on the train when it leaves King's Cross. I know that that's not a complete and utter secret, but when Jack Carter sits down on the train at London King's Cross to Newcastle, his assassin is sitting opposite, reading a book. Yes. Good old Teddy. And I think when Michael Caine falls down in that water, he must have had a wetsuit on underneath that top coat. Because I'll tell you what, for a big guy who lives in Beverly Hills in the California sunshine, although at that time he might have still been living in London, the North Sea would have been bloody cold, Jack. It'd have been bloody cold, mate. What we got left? I think we're finished, actually. I'm going to do a blues. Speaking of Ted McKenna, let's finish with a blues that you've all heard many times before. If you don't like it, switch off. If you do like it, send me a couple of quid on the Patreon. That would be great. Jack, go out, Jack. They're odd nuts up north, Jack. They don't like kindly the people from down south sticking their nose in their business, Jack. Alright, sunshine. Blues time, Big Ted on the drums. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Is it? Let's not be too hasty to do away with the porn chat, ladies and gentlemen. You know. Okay, let's try this, you see. Okay, I think it's time to say good night. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Coming this October, ladies and gentlemen. Coming this October. Just have to wait and see, won't we? Thank you very much, Ian Lee. I've got 5 gigs in London at the end of October. The end of October, he's going down to London. London. Fancy that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Andrea Napa. He's going down to that London. Fancy that. Big fancy ideas going down to London. I better go because I'm getting a little bit foolish, a little bit foolhardy. 5 solo gigs in London at the end of October, Nick Branson. Yeah. You try and make one of those. Well, there's 5 of them, Ian. You make 5 of them. Yes. Carshalton, Putney, Half Moon and Putney, and what's the other one? Oh, fucking hell, what's the other one? Carshalton, Putney, and one down on the coast, I think. Any shows locally? No, Michael, not at the moment. It's a funny thing that booking gigs locally, I should get my finger out and sort something out. Yari Dandy lad, somebody just asked about you the other day. Who was it? My brother just asked about you the other day. Who was it asked about you the other day? My brother, I think, yeah. Yeah, see you all soon. So, I'm going to have to press the button and say nighty night, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the big buds bite. He said, well, we've all had a nice time. We're going to go and watch the telly. Not Margate. We're going to Margate. Oop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. Yeah, Half Moon and Putney. Yeah. I'm doing a solo thing opening for Rhino's Revenge. The Status Quo Gentlemen. And then I'll be doing a solo gig there on the Monday. If you want to go and see me open for Rhino's Revenge, that'll be the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But if you want to see the full show, that'll be Thursday and Monday. Which will be Carshalton on the Thursday and the Half Moon and Putney on Monday. I'm not sure if the Half Moon on Monday is 100% confirmed, but I think it is. Yeah, okay. Cheerio, folks. Be nice to see you again. I won't be back next Sunday, and I won't be back the Sunday after that. I am finishing these videos. They're all about 95% complete. And when they're finished, which will be Monday, Tuesday, I pack my bags and I go to Deutschland. On Mittwoch, I go to Deutschland. And then and I'm away for about 12 days, so there'll be no stream next Sunday, and there'll be no stream the Sunday after that. There'll probably be a stream the Sunday after that. So 3 weeks time without a stream. And you know what I was saying the other day? I said that I wouldn't be doing streams as regularly. Well, the gigs are kind of taking care of that without me sitting downstairs when I could be streaming, not streaming. I'll stream when I'm here and I'll stream when I'm not here, and I'm going to be not here more than here. Does that make sense? Okay, Fender Telecaster 1994 52 reissue with Lollar pickups. This guitar's for sale for the right price. It's not for sale for the wrong price, that's for sure. Okay, folks, send me a postcard, drop me a line stating point of view. Don't watch the news. As Morrissey, the brilliant Morrissey, the news contrives to frighten you, to make you feel small and alone, to make you feel that your mind isn't your own. Stop watching the news. Okay, thanks very much, folks. Good night. Oh, it hasn't worked. Oh, my special button's broken. Oh no, I see it. Oh no, it's not working. Oh, what am I pressing it over and over again? It's not going to change anything, bunny lad. Just press the kill stream. That's it. Good night. Bye. Oh no, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hit the fade to black first. That's a little bit more professional.